Hey, friends. Happy Winning Wednesday. And I hope that's the mindset that you're entering into this day with, this mindset I can win when I put in the work, that I can win this day, this month, this year. But the best part when it comes to winning starts with you. I'm going to repeat that again. Winning starts with you deciding that I'm willing to do the work. I love that when you think about winning, it's it's the decision to show up when it gets hard. It's the decision to keep going despite the challenges. It's a decision that when it gets hard, I will keep going. And winning has a sense of I will put in the work. Winning is a choice. Winning is a decision, but more so, winning starts with you. Winning starts when it gets hard, I'll keep going. Winning starts at I will finish strong. Winning starts with making that decision that it's possible. I want you to enter into the day with the possibility that I can win this year. I can win this month, but more so, I can win this day. It starts with a decision that winning, I love how winning in life becomes inevitable when you decide that winning is the outcome you want. Have you decided this year that winning is going to become inevitable? Have you decided that this year that winning is going to be my end result? Have you decided that when it gets hard, I'm going to keep going? That despite the challenges, I'm going to keep showing up? That I'm going to put in the work that's needed to win this year, this month, this day by deciding today to take the next right action, to take ownership of my goal, to decide that it's possible? I'm going to say that again. Have you decided that this year it's possible for me to win because I'm willing to do the work? And that's what winning requires. Winning requires of putting in the reps. Winning requires of showing up when it gets hard. Winning requires you to decide that winning is the end result. That when it gets hard, when it gets tough, I will keep showing up despite the challenges, despite the setbacks, despite the pain, despite the losses. Because that's what winners do. Winners show up when it gets hard. Winners show up when it's not convenient. Winners show up when it gets hard. But winners decide to win. So make it a decision today. Decide to win today. Decide to keep showing up today. Decide that you're going to be a winner. And winning starts today. Winning starts today with you deciding that I am going to be a winner in everything that I do, because even when it gets hard, even when it gets tough, I'm going to keep showing up. And today here, friends, on our daily positive quotation, yes, our 14th day of this month, we're going to dive right on in to our daily positive quotation. And maybe you're wondering, Sam, what is the daily positive quotation? It's a great question. It's a book where it's going to give us a topic of the day. It's going to give us a quote, a little story section, then it's going to end off with a positive thought or a positive repent me section. And today here, friends, on the 14th is the story of love. So right on into our quote. Our quote says, the story of love is not important. What is important is that one is capable of love. It is perhaps the only glimpse we are permitted of eternity. And it's quoted by Helen Hayes. Now, with our topic today being the story of love, I'm going to repeat that quote again. Our quote says, the story of love is not important. What is important is that one is capable of love. It is perhaps the only glimpse we are permitted of eternity. Isn't that powerful? And that quote is by Helen Hayes. Now we're going to go right on into our little story section. Our story says, when we love someone, we can become our best selves. Of course, we want to be loved in return, and we want our love to last. But even when it doesn't happen, we know that we are better for having been able to love. And if we can love once, we can love again. Wow. Isn't that powerful for that winning Wednesday? Now we're going to go right into our positive thought or our positive repenting section. It says, I am a person who can love, and I grow each time I love. Wow. Isn't that powerful? I really love with our topic today being the story of love. And that quote that starts off with, I love how it says, the story of love is not important. What is important is that we're capable of love. I'm going to repeat that again. The story of love is not important. What is important is that one is capable of love. I let that sink in. I know when it talks about love, we think about our relationships, but today I want to talk about the love for yourself. I'm going to say that again. Really let that story sink in, that quote sink in. The story of love is not important. What is important is the capable of love. And today I want to talk about, are you loving yourself? I want to talk about the innermost love is love starts with you. Do you have an ability to love yourself? Are you honoring yourself with that love? That love that comes with the forgiveness of the mistakes that you may possibly made. Maybe you find yourself not loving yourself in the actions of taking your health and making your health a priority. Maybe you're not loving yourself with the relationships and setting boundaries. I want to talk about that. It's the story. I love how it says this. The story of love is not important. I think that's a powerful thing. Is it's the story of love. The past mistakes, the past ways you treated yourself aren't important. But what's really important is, are you able to love yourself? Despite the setbacks, despite the challenges. And I really love how it says this, when we love someone, we become our best selves. And I think that's powerful. Not when we love someone, but I'm going to talk about when you love yourself. I want to say that again. When you love yourself, you become your best self. I want you to really let that sink in. When you love yourself, you become your best self. When you have a higher sense of love, you start to take care of yourself in a little bit better way. When you have a higher sense of love for yourself, you have a higher sense of how you allow people to treat you and setting boundaries and making your goals a priority. And that's a key to success, is loving yourself, because it allows you to have a higher standard for yourself when you have a higher sense of love. And of course, I love how it says, of course we want to be loved in return, but when we love and we want love at last, we want to be loved in return. That's totally true. But even when it doesn't happen, we know that we are better for having been able to love. And if we can love once, we can love again. I think that's powerful. That maybe you found yourself in a time where you're not really loving the actions or loving the results or loving yourself. But it's the fact that you loved yourself before, that you can do it again. You can take care of yourself again. You can hold yourself to a higher standard again. You can make your goals a priority again, knowing that you've loved yourself before and you can do it again. Maybe things aren't going your way right now, but realize that when you have a higher sense of love for yourself and others, you become better. I really love how it says in our daily positive quotation here. It says, I am a person who can love, and I grow each time I love. I want to say that again. I am a person who can love, and I grow each time I love. That's powerful. On this Winning Wednesday, I want you to not only realize that winning starts with you, but winning starts with love. A higher sense of love for yourself, a higher sense of boundaries for yourself, a higher sense of strength for yourself, but it starts with loving yourself. Can you love yourself a little bit more today? Can you love yourself for the actions you make and the decisions you make today to honor your goals, to honor your dreams, but realizing that winning starts with you. It starts with you deciding that when it gets hard, I'm going to keep going. It starts with you deciding that I'm going to love myself a little bit more today. It starts with you deciding that it's possible for me. Take care.